We're joined back with Sharon. We're talking all about the free air display taking place in Leysdown on the 24th of July. Now we're talking about what you can expect to see on the day.
I spoke about what will be in the air, and apart from yourselves, as I said, there will be the Air Cadets. The Rolls-Royce Enthusiasts Club will be here showing off their cars. The British Legion, we've got the Hurricane Society, and we've also got the fire engine. The fire service will be here as well. And obviously you can view the helicopter that's going to be here. There will obviously be more on the day, but to reel it all off, I'll be here for quite some time. But we will also have food and drink will be available on the day. And we would also ask that the public be prepared to possibly donate to help for the heroes, the British Legion, and also the Aviation Centenary Committee as well, please. It is a free air display, so if they don't mind digging deep, that would be very much appreciated. And also, there will be a free minibus, but we would also ask again that if people are able to walk here, obviously park their cars up the road and be able to walk through, due to congestion possibly, that would be really nice if we could just have people preferably walk down. If you have any problems or you need to get in touch with me, my contact details is 01795 510 245, and you can mail at muswellmanor.co.uk, or you can go onto my website where you will see a programme for the events on the day, which is www.muswellmanor.co.uk.
Sharon, could you just refresh our listeners when the air display is and where it is?
It will be on the 24th of July. It starts at approximately 10:30 and finish about 5:30, and it is at Muswell Manor, Shelness Road, Leysdown, and the postcode is ME12 4RJ.
Sharon, I'd like to thank you very much for speaking to us here at the Monday Night Community Show.
Thank you for asking me.
So we're now joined with Robin Brooks, and we're talking all about the free air display in Leysdown on the 24th of July. But firstly, Robin, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Indeed, yes. Well, I am an aviation writer and historian. I've been writing, I suppose, for the last 20-odd years. I suppose I've got 12 books to my credit, plus I do many articles for the aircraft magazines like Fly Past and Aviation News. I'm an ex-air cadet. I was an air cadet over in Sevenoaks, 2158 Squadron, and I did 2 years national service in the Royal Air Force, which I enjoyed. And my interest sort of stemmed from earlier on, really, when I was actually in the Air Cadets. My interest in aviation grew, but then the writing passion came along, and so I combined the two and thoroughly enjoy it.
Now, Rolls-Royce are going to be supporting the air display this year, and you want to talk a little bit about that?
Indeed, yes. As Sharon said earlier on, Rolls-Royce are supporting this air show over here. It's 100 years ago since Charles Rolls, the Honourable Charles Rolls, crashed to his death at the Bournemouth Air Show, and this is a commemoration of his death. He was an aristocrat, obviously. He was a racing driver. He formed his own company selling cars, but he was also an enthusiastic aviation guy. And with the two, he also enjoyed sailing, actually, but I think aviation was his passion, and of course he learnt to fly here at Muswell Manor. And it was himself and the Honourable Lord Brabazon who founded the Aero Club, as it was called then. A year later it was changed to the Royal Aero Club. So this place really has got so much aviation history attached to it.
Now, Sharon mentioned about the aircrafts that are going to be here on the day, and I know you're going to go a little bit more into detail about that.
Very exciting, actually. We have an excellent air show. It will begin at about 12:30 to 1:15, and it will open with the Turbulent team from Headcorn Aerodrome. Now these are of a very, very small aircraft with a Volkswagen engine in them, and they do amazing tricks, like they flower bomb, they fly under hoops, they burst balloons, and they do all of this in appreciation of the early days of halcyon flying, when they were sort of doing all these sorts of tricks and wing walking and everything like that. But these do just burst balloons, fly under hoops, and everything else like that. And then we have also coming up from Headcorn, we have the 4 Tiger Moth display aircraft, who are really very, very good. They're single-engined aircraft, used for training RAF pilots pre-war, also from Headcorn, and they will be doing an excellent 3-ship display. After that, we have the Headcorn Parachute Club, who will be coming over in their Islander aircraft, and hopefully be dropping from about 3,500 feet if the weather conditions are a-okay. But it should be an interesting drop anyway. And after that, we have the Kent Spitfire, as you know, called Spirit of Kent.
Yep.
And that flies in memory of number 131 Squadron, which was the Kent squadron, and it was a squadron purchased by money sent in by the good people of Kent during the war, and Kent is the only county to have its own Spitfire, and so we are really, really pleased to have that here. It's flown by Dan Griffiths on this occasion, who is an absolutely superb airshow pilot. He's flown many, many aircraft. He flies the Canberra, he flies the Sea Vixen, he flies Hurricane Spitfires, you name it. Dan has flown every type. He even did test flying on the new Airbus A380, so he's quite an experienced pilot. After that, we've got a helicopter coming in RAF flying colours, a Gazelle, privately owned Gazelle, and Dan has offered to land the aircraft here and open it up to the public to come and see it and view it. And obviously he will be doing some of the flying, but he won't actually be displaying the aircraft, but he will be doing the odd fly past. And then at the end, we've got, coming up to more modern aircraft, we have the Vampire jet. Now that was one of the early jet aircraft that the RAF used around the 1950s. An extremely pretty little aircraft, single engine, single seat, and it served with about 25 squadrons in the RAF until superseded by more superior aircraft. But the guy who flies it keeps it as his hobby. He flies from North Weald Aerodrome, and he displays it all over the country. Actually, on the afternoon when he's here, he will be displaying in Scotland earlier on, and will come down from Scotland to display here at Muswell Manor. And one of the more unusual and exciting acts we have here is, of course, a wing walker. A young lady, a brave young lady might I add, she perches herself on top of the aircraft, and while the aircraft is actually looping and diving and turning, she is strapped on top of the aircraft. It's a young lady called Rebecca, and to me she's an extremely brave lady, because I would not care to do that. But that's one of the more unusual and exciting acts that we have here at Muswell Manor. So all in all, an excellent flying display, I think.
It certainly sounds it. Robin, thank you very much for telling us a little bit more about the free air display taking place on the 24th of July in Leysdown.
Well, thank you very much indeed.